I'm pretty sure I have more chains than rappers, but none of the chains that I have come nowhere near the price of those because all of mine are affordable. I also have rings, bracelets, and a lot more. So today, let's go over all the jewelry that I have to rank them from the best to worst. Okay, so I do have a confession to make. When I say all my chains are affordable, I mean most of them. 98.5% of my chains are affordable. No, I did not do the math. I just said that off the top of my head, but that's because I do have two chains that are real 14 karat gold rather than plated gold that you would buy from other places. But since we're ranking from best to worst to my most worn jewelry pieces to the least, my 14 karat gold pieces are indeed my most worn chain. So I got to throw it as number one on the list. I got to say this one's very unique, so it has to be my favorite one, and that's because it's a rope chain and a Figaro chain. In general, I always thought that these two types of chains look the best, and I got a mixture of both, so I got to say hands down one of my favorite ones. Then I got a longer one that's a full Figaro chain with a pendant. So technically these are three different pieces. The pendant I always get questions about. It's a St. Michael pendant. Now I really don't answer too many questions about it. I kind of keep this for personal reasons, but yeah, these three are my most worn and best pieces of men's jewelry. Of course, since they are 14 karat gold, they were a lot more expensive than anything else on the list, so I'm not going to be counting this. So other than that, let's get onto the affordable pieces. If it's not 14 karat gold, what I like is sterling silver, and a great place to get this is going to be from Serge Denimes. So the next thing on the list is going to be a pendant necklace that I got from Serge Denimes. Now the piece that I'm talking about is going to be this pendant necklace. It's a compass. The chain is very thin. It's adjustable. This one is one of the more affordable pieces from Serge Denimes. As soon as I got it, it was one of my favorite pieces that I've owned. It goes with everything. It's very versatile and it has sentimental value because my brother got this from me for a gift, so I'm definitely never going to let this one go. Following that is going to be another Serge Denimes pendant necklace, and that is going to be a cross one. Now I'm not going to lie to you, I lost the actual chain, but I put it on a different one and it looks pretty much the same thing. So the chain that I'm wearing from this one is going to be from Hard Jewelry. It's a place that I found on TikTok. Honestly, it's a pretty good spot. But this cross pendant necklace was literally my first ever piece that I picked up from Serge Denimes and my first ever real piece of men's jewelry. So if you're just starting off, from personal experience, I think Serge Denimes is a great place to get your first piece. I'm also a really big fan of rope chains. I have several different ones, mostly from Cernucci. I have some in different sizes, different thicknesses. And what's cool is if you have different sizes, you could stack them like this, have a little bit more in depth with your outfits. But yeah, Cernucci definitely makes a list of the top places for men's jewelry, in my opinion. All right, this next one used to be my daily wear, and that is going to be from Lndn. And every single time I wore it in a video, I got constant questions about it. Again, I used to wear it a lot, so it was always in my videos, and I would always get questions and DMs about it. It's called a Connell chain. I hope I pronounced that right. But again, this is definitely a great place to start off with because it's minimal, and the more minimal it is, the more versatile it is. And just in general, I like minimal pieces of jewelry. I try not to look like I'm a rapper when it comes to jewelry. I like to keep it simple, and I think minimal jewelry is the best way to do that. Okay, so besides sterling silver, I also have a lot of gold plated pieces. Now, although I don't really wear these all that much anymore, I gotta say, it's a pretty good option if you're into the gold look, especially if you don't want to pay the price tag that real gold will get you. But yeah, I have several different ones from several different places, ranging from Cernucci, Lndn, and even Vitali. Now this Vitali one I think is really cool. Again, it's more minimal, but I can't lie to you, it took me like 20 minutes to try to figure out how to put this thing on. But as soon as I did, I realized it is a really cool piece and it's definitely worth checking out. I have some rope chains, I have some box chains. I even have this Cuban link looking one, but this one is just way too bold for my taste. And I have some more minimal ones. This one from Lndn is a really cool one. Unfortunately, I did lose the pendant, which makes me feel terrible because it was another Saint pendant. But if you can't tell already, I am very irresponsible with my things, and I end up losing a lot of it. So besides the gold plated pieces, the next type of chains or necklaces is going to be some pearls. Now I know a lot of people think that this is a dead trend, especially entering the spring and summer. Probably not going to see it as much, but I don't think it's completely going to die out. And I still think pearls are some of the best accessories that you can wear for the spring and summer. I just think they look good when you're entering the pool or any type of water. So I do have several different types. My favorite one is going to be this silver / pearl necklace. This one is from Cernucci, probably one of my most questioned piece. Always get questions about it. And so this one is from Cernucci. I also have one from Amazon that was very cheap. So if you're looking for the most affordable option, Amazon is definitely gonna be your best bet. Another one, I think this one is so cool because it's pearls with a pendant necklace, and this one is from a brand called Youre. I hope I pronounced that right. All right, now let's move on to a completely different subject. Now let's talk about some rings. So I have a lot of different ones. I don't really wear rings all that often, so a lot of times I do end up forgetting that I even have some. But let's start off with the ones that I'm wearing currently. This one is a Mayan inspired ring. I got this one from Mexico. I've been to Cancun a few times and I always pick up jewelry when I go there. In Mexico, you can find sterling silver for a very cheap price, especially if you're good at negotiating. You could easily talk them down for a quarter of the price. This is another sterling silver ring. I got this one from Amazon for very, very cheap. I do have one gold ring, but it is a gold plated one, and this one is from Lndn. I love the detail on it. It's like an angel wing. This next one is another stainless steel one that I picked up for like 20 bucks. Again, very affordable. This one is another one that I picked up from Mexico. It's a bit dull, so I don't really wear it too much. And this one was a gift from a brand called 34mm. I love the green on this. Very unique piece. Honestly, I need to start wearing it more. And although just in general, I really don't wear rings as much as I should, I still think they're a great piece that everybody should wear, whether you're just wearing one or two. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to rings, I definitely think 3 should be the max just because I like more minimal pieces. And if you're going to do that, I think 2 rings on one hand and 1 on the other looks the best. Next thing we're going to be talking about is going to be pendants. Now, I really like picking up pendants by themselves because one thing that you could do is if you have a pendant necklace or even just a chain, you can throw on a different pendant and it's a completely different look without buying an entire new piece. So yeah, I do have several different ones. I like to mix and match. So let's look at the ones that I have. Okay, so this first one is going to be this feather one. I really like it. Then there's going to be this iced out brownie face and smiley face. Being completely honest, I'm not a huge fan of iced out, but this one looks pretty cool in my opinion. Then I have this lock pendant. This one's from Cernucci. I think it's pretty unique. I also have this sailboat pendant. This one kind of reminds me of the sea, which is kind of funny because I'm afraid of the sea, but I still think it's very beautiful, which is why I kind of like it. Up next is this Mustang pendant that I got from Hard Jewelry. I love it. Then I got this palm tree one from Cernucci. Reminds me of California, which is where I'm from. Then next is a teddy bear. And finally, my St. Michael piece, which is the one that I wear the most of. Love the details on this one. Alright, now let's talk about some bracelets. I have 4 bracelets that I typically wear. The first one's going to be a full 14 karat gold esclava. This is more of a Mexican thing, pretty much has my last name on it, but I really like it and I wear it quite often. The next one is this stainless steel bracelet. The link is a Figaro style. Got it from Amazon. It was very affordable. So if you're on a budget, I definitely recommend this one. Now, if you like the gold look and don't want to spend a lot of money, check out this one from Cernucci. It's a great option. And finally, this last one is from Hard Jewelry. It's a bit thicker for my preference, but it's still a great option nonetheless, and Hard Jewelry is pretty affordable. So that's pretty much my entire collection. So let's talk about how to put everything together. In my personal opinion, I truly think starting off with chains is the best option. I like 2 to 3 at absolute max, and they should be different lengths. Now, if you're gonna throw on a pendant, make sure it's on the very last one. And for your bracelet, I like to keep it on my dominant hand. Now, don't get that confused with watches because watches are on your non-dominant hand, bracelets are on your dominant hand. That's the way I like it. Now, again, for rings, I like 3 max, 2 on one hand and 1 on the other, or you can go less depending if you want to be more minimal. Now, I like to keep everything the same. So if I'm wearing gold, I'm gonna wear all gold on my bracelets, rings, and everything else. And vice versa, if it's silver, then I like to do everything else. I don't really like to mix match, but that's my personal preference, and you could do whatever you feel like looks best. So yeah, let me know if you're gonna pick up anything that I showed off, because whenever I make a video about my collections, obviously I'm not trying to show off. In fact, I'm trying to inspire you to pick up some more jewelry, because like I always mention, men's jewelry is one of the most important pieces of an outfit. So if you want to learn more about men's jewelry, I have a video that's going to show you exactly that. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.